back in 2018. And Mighty has a really cool ability. It's called the Hammer Drop. Woo! He just drops down really, really fast. And we're going to be using that at a number of times through the run here. Another thing Mighty can do is run over spikes as long as he's in ball form. I was going to do it there, but it took damage, so we damage boosted instead. But you'll get to see that at some point. We're still going to go for our emeralds here, as we normally do, because getting the emeralds is faster for every character other than Sonic himself. Which is really, really hilarious. But hey, oh, that's video games for you. So we got the emerald there. We did some Quake-style strafe jumping. We jumped left. We jumped right. We ran all the way through. It was pretty dang amazing. We got an emerald. And because we can get all these in about 11 minutes, it makes the run overall a lot faster. So back to Mighty himself right now. Mighty himself has a number of different abilities that separate him from the other characters. The first one, of course, is his hammer drop. The second one is that when he touches spikes or projectiles in ball form, they will just do this. So you saw there, I took no damage, even though I touched the spike. And we're going to be using that throughout parts of the run here, just to do some unintentional boosting through things. Normally it would be a damage boost, but Mighty doesn't get damage, so he just gets to do the boost. Feels good, right? And that was Emerald 2. If you blinked it, you missed it. Oops. Sorry, we blinked and missed it. It's done. And the final thing about Mighty that you need to know is that because he doesn't have any drop dashes, because he can't fly, because he doesn't have anything like that, he's actually a fairly glitchless run. He doesn't do much in the way of any glitches. He will do one. In fact, no, he will do two. But every character can do those ones. He doesn't have any exclusive glitches of his own, which is a shame. But it means he's really good for newcomers to the series if you want to try and pick up the game and run a glitchless character. That was the first boss, by the way. We grabbed the invincibility. We bonked on the first head 3 times and both on the second head 3 times. And we managed to do everything that we need. And then he's flexing. He's like, yeah, I'm mighty. I'm flexing. So we're going to run our way through here now, and Act 2's gimmick here are these lovely little zip lines. You're going to be seeing them quite often, as we're going to try and go the quickest way through the stage that will allow us to use some of these zip lines to our advantage. We're going to do a nice big jump up here, run our way down. Don't want to take the top path. I do want to fall down, so a hammer drop to our advantage here. The downside of the hammer drop, of course, is that because he has the hammer drop, just like every other character, he cannot use these special abilities on the shields. So no fire dashing for us today. But that's alright, because we're navigating our way through. We don't have to worry about it. There's more zipline. Big jump up. Back down, up here. Slam our way through there. Even in war, he gets slowed down by it, because gravity is just a thing. As he runs his way through special stage number 3. So left and we bounce, right and we bounce, and we jump our way through. We jump, we dash, we hit the rainbows, we keep going through. We bounce off the wall, we get round to this corner here, and we catch the emerald. And away you go. And we caught the emerald. So that is one of the longest emeralds in the game. That actually got updated in Mania Plus, because in the original Mania, you could just follow the racing line by taking like really tight corners and catch the emerald even casually. It was amazing, but they changed it up to make it a little bit harder there. So now we have Mr. Death Egg Rubble. We're going to just jump and hit him on the underside here. Hitbox has no legs, allows us to get safe passage and just get the 8 hits that we need on the boss, and away we go. Goodbye, Death Egg Rubble. So I'm going to see if I can do a little jump here to try and hit the little button up the top here, and boom, and we missed it. If I hit the wall there, we'd have got it, but there we go, a little bit too early. That's all right. So Mighty going to flex for us. Flying. I'm Mighty, I flex. Flexing Mighty. As we're going to move into the next stage, which is Chemical Plant. Chemical Plant, really great stage here. Going to take the top route because we're going to go and grab ourselves the big ring that is up this way. Big rings have been routed in such a way where we don't really go off the beaten path to get them. There are many, many big rings in this game, but if you have to take your time to find them, you're losing time, which we don't want to lose. So another little part of Mighty's slam here, that if you slam right next to an enemy but don't actually hit them, you still destroy them. Shockwaves help us out a lot, which is really good. So we're coming in at special stage number 4. Jump at the third pillar, hold left all the way down, keep bouncing, making sure you go over the hole there, and we grab the emerald. Nicely done. As we go through, Mighty got a Chaos Emerald. That's number 4. We're going to get number 5 in about 10 seconds. So let's see what the timer says as we leave this stage here. So Chemical Plant at 1. We leave the stage at 23. We'll get into the next Emerald stage by 33 seconds, because here we go. Away we go, off the screen, jump up, down the slide, run our way through. Gonna dump back to the left-hand side here, and boom, 32, 56. 9.5 seconds, run our way through, big jump to the right there, jump back to the left, gonna crash it right before we hit the emerald, and finish. That's exactly what we want to see. That is exactly what we want to see while we're playing the video game. It's good stuff. It's honestly good stuff. But there are more emeralds in this stage. However, we are not going to go and get them. We are not going to go out of our way. We're not going to take a big detour for them because, quite frankly, they are not necessary. We're going to just run our way through, get another emerald in the way of Act 2, and then get the last one in Studiopolis Act 1. So, Mike going to run his way through here. We're going to do a number of loop jumps. Loop jumps are exactly what they sound like. They are jumps in the middle of a loop that allow us to gain a lot of speed if you do it right, and will cut your speed if you do it wrong. Mike here running as fast as he can. Not fast enough to hit the roof there, though, but he's running down as we come to the boss of the stage, known as Flubber. And you'll find out why. Because the boss is Damage Boost the Boss, the video game, the movie based on, I don't know. So we're going to take a damage boost here, going to get knocked to the boss here. We're going to just take deliberate damage to hit the boss as many times as we can. This means we're not waiting on any cycles and the boss can finish. Really good for us as we're going to allow that to go through. And when that's done, he flexes. Flexing mighty. Yeah. Mighty, he flexing. Flexing mighty. So Chemical Plant Act 2 is a very vertically based stage here. It is our first cycle-based stage, and is also a, well, it's just a fun stage to play because of Flubber. The gimmick here, the dark blue Flubber will damage you. The light blue Flubber will give you a small bounce, and the green Flubber, which is why I call it Flubber, is a very, very big bounce. And we're going to just run our way through the stages here, making sure we don't get hit. I'm going to wait for the dark blue Flubber there, run our way through, and go down to the blue tube here. Not getting caught on the ramp there, as we don't want to do. But we're going to go right through it. I'm going to jump our way all the way up the top. Want to try and make a 118 cycle. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to make it because of that little mistake that we made there. But we might maybe get the 125. So we'll see what happens. Intentional damage boost because we don't care about the cycles of Flubber there. No reason to worry about them. On to the big green bounce. And away we go. Down the hole. And this is where Mighty's bounce comes in handy because he don't take no damage from spikes. As long as you're in ball form, no damage will come to you. And we can bounce our way down there. Sniper, no snipey. Big jump up. Sniper, no snipey. Down the blue tube once again. I'm going to hold the button, hold the jump button, bounce off the life, right up the top, and away we go. Yeah, we're already at 103, 104 here. Mighty cannot drop dash his way over, but we can run our way in here. So we might make the 125 cycle rather than the 118. 118's just about to pop up here, but unfortunately, not enough. The drop dash, really, really great ability, but Mighty just doesn't quite manage it yet. So we're going to run our way up here, and if we do it right, we don't get hit by that. Again, projectiles, as long as you're in ball form, do not affect you. Making a nice 125 cycle here, allowing us to get the emerald at a 130, and we run our way through. So now, emerald number 6, hardest emerald for me. We want to jump there, we want to jump off this bouncy platform. Got to do some height there, jump, 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 jump. Just make sure we don't get caught. That's fine, we'll just cut the corner here, and round we go. The reason we worry about that stage is because there are mines right in front of each other, 3 sets of mines. Every time you take damage, you lose 10 seconds of time. Because of the way the momentum works in this game, if you hit mine set number 1, you are guaranteed to hit sets 2 and 3, which means it kicks you out the special stage and you have to go find another big emerald. Thankfully, we didn't have to do that, and now we gotta come and do Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Salt and Deuce and Puyo Machine. I'm so sorry if you're a fan of Puyo, because I'm terrible at it, but we'll see how well our RNG goes. So again, this is 5-color Puyo. We want to match as many of these ones together as we can, creating a nice big chain. We'll see if we can pull it off, if we can get ourselves a good pattern. So red is going to be our color of choice to try and start the trigger colors there, but we'll see if we can get it. There's a nice green with a red as well, which is beautiful. Another blue with a red there, but I don't want to use that one at the moment, so we will take that down there. Got a yellow with a blue, which is quite good to place down here. That's a yellow with a purple, sorry, a purple with a red, which is great. That adds that to the top there. I then get to add a purple and a yellow on top of it. I then get to add a green and a blue. I think I actually want to do that. That's fine. That should still be okay for us. That's a beautiful yellow on the top there. I'm actually going to do that one. And then we're going to try and add another set here. I'm getting a little bit greedy with the blues here. I need one more blue if I can get it. Yeah, I definitely need one more blue. It's not going to give me the blue, though. So I'm just going to take this and go with it. I don't want to get too greedy and cause problems here, because then that's how you just run out and die. So let's not get too greedy. He should die with a lot of the drops here. Yeah, he should die. He should have gone. There we go. He's filled up. He's fine. He's through. Hey, Ghost Kumo, how you doing? Hey, Un as well. Hello, hello, hello. And there we go. Not the fastest Puyo I've ever done, but we didn't get the extra blue to create the Hailfire combo, which is what we wanted there. But we are through, and that's all we can ask for. Like, as long as you make it through, that's what you're looking for. And now we are coming into the first original stage for Sonic Mania. It is Studiopolis Zone. Fun fact about this stage, this was the stage that Christian Whitehead and the team prototyped and sent to Sonic Team to get permission to create Sonic Mania. And it's a really interesting stage. Like, the aesthetic is wonderful. Not my favorite stage, though. We'll get to that later on, as we're going to run our way through here, and we're going to jump our way through, up and over, making sure we continue with the speed, getting hit by the camera shutters. And this is where we're going to be picking up Emerald number 7. Grabbing the speed juice here is going to run really, really fast. Unfortunately, we're going to lose the speed juice because we're about to go and grab Emerald number 7 that is directly above us right now. You see that big ring right there. And we're going to go in, up, round, and jump big in, and away we go. So Emerald number 7, it's got very little wall. So we're going to use the wall to the left here to our advantage. Jump back to the wall to the right and run our way through. Now we've got holes in the floor and we got no walls to save us. You think it's deadly, but we're actually alright. Grabbing the Emerald that's the same color as Mighty, and now we have Super Mighty available. Mighty got all the Chaos Emeralds. Mighty can now become Super Mighty. So just like every other super character, Mighty will now transform when he has 50 rings and you press the action button. Super Mighty will gain increased acceleration, will become immune to damage, and will glow a really interesting red color. So we're going to run, jump, and grab all these rings here. I missed one, which is fine, so I'm just going to about turn here and spin my way back up. And the reason I'm spinning my way back up here is not just for the ring, but it's because there's a lightning shield over here that is really important that I want to keep a hold of if we can. So we're going to grab this and just run our way through. Lightning shield allows you to magnetize rings to you. Combine that with a super character and you're pretty much, like, invulnerable. It's amazing. The only way a super character can die is if they accidentally decide, oops, I got crushed, or I fell off the edge of the world as we go through. Which is going to be great, because now we are on Heavy Gunner. And they just fired a 1 missile, which is exactly 1 and 3. 3 missiles will get fired. 1, 2, and 3, aka top, middle, and bottom. We want as many 1s or 2s as we can get. It is entirely random. It is RNG, and away we go through. So we're going to go in. I'm going to see what we can do. Big jump up there with Mighty because we can, and then slam back down because that's just what Mighty does. So you can see he gets a nice little shiny sheen when he becomes super here. Rings are draining at 1 ring per second, but as long as you have enough rings, you're fine. So now we're going to drop back here to the transition point. The transition points are the areas where this level loops. Every time you pass the transition point, you have to wait for the next one. You want to make sure you hit the quickest one possible after you've hit the enemy with a missile. So now, oh, we got 1, 2, 1 right now. If we could get 1, 2, 1, 1, that would be Mighty amazing. It'd be pretty dang good. And yes, I'm telling terrible Mighty puns. Yes, I'm telling terrible Mighty puns, because that's what we do. But we're going to run our way through. 1 more missile to go. Will we get a 1? Will we get a 2? Will we see a 3? Let's find out. It's a 2. So we went 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mighty's running for your shoe. As we do. So once he's hit the missile there, the helicopter blows up. I was going to call it the Eggmobile. It's not the Eggmobile. It's a helicopter. And away it goes. And we're going to slow ourselves down just before the signpost there to make sure it doesn't fly into the sky. And once again, Mighty Flex. I'm Mighty Eye Flexing. I can't really flex in the little camera space here, but you got it. Mighty Flex. So in Studiopolis Act 2 here, this is why we get the lightning shield. This is going to allow us to get a lot of rings here. I'm going to grab this one, and then we're going to take the bottom path, because again, Mighty doesn't get the ability to do the double jump. But because we can get all these rings really quickly at the start, it's fine for us. Again, I'm going to deliberately come and slam near the enemy. Make sure we take it out so we don't lose any of our shields here. We're going to jump our way through. We're already at 42 rings. We're going to get the last set of rings as we spin dash our way through here. Run, jump, up, and then down you go and transform as we go through. And we can leg it through the rest of the stage. Going to turn around and make sure we get a nice big spin dash here. Whee! Rolling our way through the stage. And this is where Mighty's abilities come in really handy. There are funnels in this stage that normally have you spin around the funnels and can slow you down. Mighty's Slam completely negates all of that, as you're about to witness here. As we get Mighty, we stop, we land here, and we slam straight through, not even having time to get the animation going off there. Mighty can slam it, runs his way through, and away we go. And we're going to jump our way over here, skipping part of the stage just because of the increased jump height that Mighty gets. Hitting all the bumpers here, run, jump, slam our way down, and boom, Mighty is through. Bap, bap, bap. That's the only reason I went silent there, because I went to do the bap, bap, bap. Because Egg TV is amazing. I can't wait until Sega finally releases Egg TV for us all and we can watch it. as we're going to run and jump at the boss here. This boss meant to be using 3 different attack strategies. He'll use lightning, they'll use wind, and they'll use sunshine. But we don't get to do any of that because we can jump our way through, finish the stage, and away we go. That's it. There's nothing else we can do for this one. So we're going to run and jump and make sure everything is A-okay for us as we hit the capsule here. Jumped a little bit too early, but that's all right. And then we flex it. Look at me, I'm flexing. Now, there's nothing much to flex there. That's what we do is we come in to the flying battery zone. So we're going to run our way through here. We're going to try and make a 49-second cycle in the stage here. And we're going to go through as quickly as we can. Making sure we don't get burnt. Making sure we don't accidentally do things we're not supposed to. Going to grab the fire shield here. Although, again, we cannot use its ability to get over here super fast. So we're going to be very careful with Mighty. Because if we accidentally hammer drop here, it's going to be a bad time. So I'm just going to spin dash my way through, landing into the cylinder still. Going to make sure we run and jump our way through, keeping the fire shield as we can. Jumping our way over, going to run our way straight into these cylinders here. And then make sure we run and land up the top here, off the roof, onto the button, and off we go. Making sure we grab 50 rings before the top, transforming and grabbing the lightning shield. Now, the lightning shield has a very interesting property in this stage. If you go over the areas that have the electrified ceilings with the lightning shield, you will actually magnetize yourself to the top. So we just missed the first cycle there, but that's all right. I'm going to wait for the 53, and we'll just wait for this to activate at the top. I don't want to take the bottom route. It's slow, so we'll make this one all the way up and in here. Accidentally missing that cycle ain't the worst thing in the world. It costs you about 4 seconds a time, but we can make that back up with Mighty here because he just hammer drops straight through these areas and doesn't have to wait in the missiles. It's actually really amazing. So normally you wait for the missiles. We don't do any of that. We hammer drop our way down and bam, that saves the time that we missed by not able to making the quick cycle as we go through. Now I gotta be very careful we don't super drop here. We don't want to Mighty Slam, because if we Mighty Slam, we're gonna fall through the junk and we're gonna die. Because we are standing in Act 2's gimmick right now, which is trash. It is literal trash. But Mighty's hammer drop allows him to phase right through the platform the same way he does with the funnels in Studiopolis Act 2. The downside is, below that line is a kill plane, and you die. And you don't want to do that. So running our way through here, spin dash, and away we go. As we go up and in. Making sure he runs away, gets the cool animations. Here's the gimmick, it's trash. Down we go, slam through the trash. Second set of trash, slam through the trash. Super quick there because of Mighty's ability to go down. The only downside about his ability here is I wish it did a very similar thing to the bubble bounce, where you got a really nice high bounce depending on the height that you did the drop at. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do that, but he's still a nice character to sit and play now and again. So we're going to go and grab ourselves the lightning shield here again. This is just going to allow us to get all the rings that we need to advance our way through the stage here. And Mighty still has enough jump height to navigate his way through these stages with no issues, which is good for us. And then we just slow ourselves down, spin dash over, landing over the top with the chicken, and running our way through. Jumping our way down all the way around, up, and then lightning shield activates on the top there so we don't have to use the platform, and then slam onto the button. Running our way through, jumping part 1. Can't make our way through the part 2, but that's alright because we're just going to jump and slam. Down he goes. Messing the checkpoint because we don't need to worry about it today, and again, just more slams getting through as quickly as we can. And good evening, wow, it's only in the morning here. Good morning, Chesney babe, how you doing? As we're going to run and jump and hit the spring, and hit our way up to the boss. Good old Egg coming up here. Egg created by the Sonic fan base here. It is actually Dr. Robotnik upside down in a giant spider, but somebody misread the sprite and it looks like it's Dr. Robotnik's niece with a really eccentric hairstyle wearing a really cool bandana. So we're just going to hit the boss into the spikes here. We're going to try and get double hits. If you see the boss taking a double amount of hits there, that is because we are hitting the boss into the spikes to activate the invulnerability frames, and the boss is still in the spikes when the invincibility frames wear off, allowing us to get a double hit, and we finish the boss in one cycle, and away we go. So we flex in my A. As we come into the second original stage of the game, this is Press Garden. If Studiopolis was his TV studio, this is his printing press. And we gotta wonder if he's got like a podcast or something that he does as well. So we're going to navigate our way through, do a little spin dash jump, allowing us to skip the platform sections there as we run, jump, or navigate our way down, bounce off the bouncers there, and grab ourselves the wonderful big ring, immediately transforming us into Super Mighty. And we're going to just spin dash our way through. We're going to try and make a cycle here, but I don't think we're going to be able to make it with Mighty. Nah, we're not even close on that one. Trying to make zero cycle, but because Mighty does not have a drop dash to transform his his vertical speed into horizontal, we kind of just have to navigate our way through, which is fine. It ain't bad. Again, another very vertical-based stage here. Nothing too much that we need to worry about, though, so we get to have fun. Listen to the really cool music that T-Lopes has made, because it's a really chill soundtrack. It's an absolute banger as we go through. And again, you might be wondering why we don't have the supersonic music. In Mania Plus, they added a level select screen that has a sound test. And in the sound test, if you play the tunes 6, 2, 1, and 4, you will disable the supersonic music, allowing you to listen to the wonderful soundtrack. And it's so good. It's so fun. It's amazing. So we're going to grab the fire shield here. This is going to be used in the next act. And there's something really, really important coming up that I'm going to need everybody's help in chat for. If you've got any waving emotes or any high emotes, please get them ready, because we're about to come up to the boss of this stage. And the boss is very friendly. But unfortunately, we have to beat it up. But here's the boss. Wave to the boss. Hi, boss. How you doing? How you doing? And then we come in and we're just going to hit the boss 6 times in this little alcove here. And then wave goodbye to the boss. Bye, boss. Bye. How you doing? Bye, boss. So the boss is off. Mighty's going to flex. And keep an eye on Mighty here, because he's got a bit of swag for us. Mighty's got a bit of flex for us. Oh, look at that swag. So yeah, Mighty moonwalk swagging his way through, and we are going into Act 2 here. The gimmick for Act 2 is getting frozen. But because we have the fire shield, we completely skip that gimmick, as we cannot be frozen, which is amazing. Also, Mighty's slam here allows you to slam right down, skipping over a lot of the obstacles here, because you can slam right through those spikes, not having to worry about it. We want to grab 50 rings as quickly as we can here. We're already at 40, which is perfect, as we're going to just run and jump our way through, because there's a 10 ring box over here that we're going to run, jump, and slam our way on here, allowing us to transform immediately, allowing us to navigate our way into the middle stage here. Now that we are super, we can be frozen again, and we're going to use this little frozen platform to take us through another part of ice. Mighty, you okay there? Oh, well, Arg, way to go, buddy. So I ruined that by accidentally jumping out, so we're not even going to get to do that because Arg is too heavy on his controllers. Feels bad. So I'm just going to let this spring take us all the way up the top here, not worrying about it, jumping our way out, and it's fine. Because I know the way through the stage, because guess what? Arg's made this problem before! But yeah, we're just navigating our way through the stages here, slamming our way down, getting rid of the springs, and we're already at to where the boss is meant to be anyway. So we're all good. Here comes Heavy Shinobi. It's a case of whose hitbox is the best. In this case, it's Mighty's. Mighty gonna hit the boss, get 3 hits, then get frozen. Repeat 3 times, and then the boss is gone. Nicely done. So running our way through a single tap spin dash to the left and a jump will allow you to jump onto the capsule, as we're going to bring it down and we're going to chill out for a little bit, as the Phantom Ruby is going to teleport us back to the past, and we're going into a little planet. We're going to Stardust Speedway. We're going all the way into Stardust Speedway. So nice chill zone here. It's a very big maze level, this one, but we know the route that we're going to be taking through. Lots of springs, lots of bumpers, lots of things are going to get in our way, but we don't have to worry about it, because we're going to run and jump and navigate our way through the stage here. Going to wait and spin dash on that once the guys disappeared, because I need to hit that and head up there, because I was meant to land in this, but the game said no. Oh, I used my slam there to save my butt, which is good for us. Oh, Arg, you're missing everything here. Mighty, you're wearing your slippy shoes today. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, buddy? But that is alright. We can still make it through here. We can still get a decent time. It's going to run, jump, and bounce our way through. Slam our way down into the deadly spike room we go. But it's not as deadly for Mighty, because those are little armadillos below us. We're an armadillo. So if we hit them and they hit us, we're just going to bounce off each other. It's going to be a bounce party. Lots of bounce pads there, sitting at 49 rings, unfortunately, meaning we're going to have to wait for this laser to go past, so we can grab one more ring and then transform the moment we get out of here. Running our way through, landing onto the spring, getting hit by everything, allowing us to run, jump, and dash our way through here. Big jump over, very smooth jump, lovely, lovely. And running our way through to the end of the stage, going to make sure we land on the platform, not getting hit by any of the enemies, jumping our way down and slamming our way through. Hello, Mighty, big jump. And into the boss. It's a giant lightning bug. Gonna hit the boss twice. It's gonna summon 3 of its buddies. Once we've taken out the 3 buddies, we get the final 4 hits and we move on as we go through. 1, 2. Indeed, the fun facts are this game is a giant love letter to all things Sega and Sonic. You'll notice many different sound effects from other games, not only just Sonic titles, but any other titles as well. For example, the sounds with the Shinobi were from Shinobi. And we're now going to use the Sonic CD mechanic to go to the present in Stardust Speedway, the stage that plays itself. As we run our way through, big spin dash, big jumps over, running our way through the stage here as quickly as we can. Because anytime we're in ball form, the game is pretty much boosting us along, and we don't have to worry about it. But once we're on the missile, we got to jump our way off here. I'm going to run our way through. And what we're going to be doing here is once we start to play the stage ourselves, I can put my controller down and just have some fun with it. But first, we got to jump over this loop. Jump our way through, straight running in, and away we go. So now I'm just going to put my controller down and go, look, man, no hands. But yeah, there's a jump coming up here. Want to make sure I don't fail it. Let's see if we do it. Big jump over. Oh, we hit the thing. Second time's the charm. Big jump. Nah, let's transform. Away we go. Super time as we're going to head into the Metal Sonic fight. Now, this is a 3-phase boss. The first phase, we're going to run with Metal Sonic. We're going to chase him. The second phase is the Silver Sonic fight. So if you're an 8-bit fan, that's a special treat. The third phase is Metal Sonic Kai. Now, unfortunately, we're going to skip phase 2. So we're going to spin dash our way here. We're going to run away from Metal Sonic. He's going to try and catch us. Big runs, big jumps, big whiffs. Oh my. And we're going to do one of the only glitches that Mighty can actually do in the run here. So we're going to get to a certain part of the stage, which is right here. We're going to line ourselves up. Single tap spin dash, hold right, release right, just as we hit the wall, stuck in the wall, and then get myself soft block, which is great. So let me see if I can just get out of here before I get stuck. I knew this was going to happen. Oh, we almost got out there. So I need to just tap that so I can fall out. I'm slowly trying to fall out of bounds here. No, I'm not getting out. Come on, Argick, you can do it. And fall out of bounds. No, I need to land to just fall out of bounds. So I'm stuck in the wall right now. The one glitch with Mighty. And Arg manages to fail to do it. It's great, right? So we want to touch that and then just to cheat. Oh, follow me. Follow. Yeah! Safe. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for it one more time. I've got 8 seconds to try it. Go on, Arg. You can do it. In. Yeah! Salvage the run there. Managing to save himself. The downside is I'm going to run out of Super Mighty before this works. But we hit the checkpoint. We got out the soft block. 3 seconds remaining. I'm going to have to do this boss ringless. Oh, here we go. This ain't going to go well for us. Can we make it as we bounce off the boss here? Argick's trying to stay alive, but it's falling down the hole. No. Ah, dang it. So we're going to have to go and try and do it again. I'm so glad I managed to get out of that soft lock in the middle of a marathon run here. Otherwise, I'd have to restart the stage, and that would be terrible. But we got rings now, so we're all right. We can try and run our way through the boss here. So when he moves his hand up, we want to jump over so we can actually hit the boss here. That allows us just to hit the boss while his hands are up. As long as he hits us back to the right, it's all right. He's firing a big laser right now, which is not grand. Laser doesn't come out in time, and we are fine. And we did break the music. I'm not giving you the kazoo. No, I'm not ready for the kazoo. The music's back. Little Armadillo's running away, and away we go as we come in a Hydrocity zone. But yeah, so what happened there is we jumped up the wall, because in this game there are no level wraps, there are no zips, there are no level wraps. None of that exists. And the reason for that is simply because the developers knew about it, and they decided to make it that if you got stuck in any part of level geometry that you're not supposed to be in, the only way you can move is up. 9 times out of 10, that results in you dying because you'll hit an invisible Eggman block that will crush you, and that's to prevent soft locking. Now, normally, that's kind of bad. You're like, oh, that kind of sucks. But there are 2 areas in the game. That is one of them. And thankfully, we can get out of the soft block, which is great, without dying. But then it makes the boss slightly harder, because I'm not that good at the boss if I don't have super. Super allows you to make the bosses trivial. When you don't have super, you actually have to think about it. But enough of that, we are in Hydrocity. Hydrocity is a really interesting stage because we take the top route, the middle route, and the bottom route all at once. For example, we're going back to the middle route now, as we're going to slam our way down and try and hit these boxes without even going anywhere near them. Mighty's super slam here comes in really handy along with the bubble shield, because the bubble shield allows us to not drown in water, as well as allowing us to navigate really, really fast. And what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be making sure we get to this box cycle without actually making sure we get crushed by them. Because if we got crushed by them, we get sent all the way back to the start. And the reason for that is just because we hit no checkpoints. Because the checkpoints are in the top route, they're in the middle route, and they're in the bottom route, but not in the areas of the level that we went to. It's amazing. So we're running our way through. We're coming to the end of the stage. We'll see if we can do one more little jump here through the left and fall our way through the ground, because for some reason that platform allows us to do that. It's weird. And then we're going to spin dash all the way over, and we're going to get ourselves to Dr. Robotnik here, who's gone for a wee swim and is dropping some bombs for us. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? And as it is Hydrocity, remember everybody, stay hydrated. So we are going to run and jump and navigate our way through the stage here. as we run our way up. And we got a little bit of a PSA coming up here. If you are an evil genius with an IQ of over 200, this is a PSO for you, or a PSA for you. Please do not leave your eggmobiles unattended, or random hedgehogs, foxes, echidnas, armadillos, or squirrels may come and steal them. As we've just done right here, we have commandeered the eggmobile, and we are using the death charges to make sure we hit these bombs before we hit them. And Mr. Robotnik is getting sucked up into the fans here, and we got to do this 4 times for him, and making sure he doesn't get away from us. He drops the bombs periodically, but we can take the bombs out, which is nice and easy for us as we run our way through. And he's got one more hit. We're just going to pull him over from his mine, and away we go. And the bubble shield makes a very nice canopy for the top of the eggmobile here. Way to go. So jumping our way up and over, and then we go. Finishing the stage. And that's it. Mighty Flex. Yeah. Look at him flexing on everybody. Showing off his strength here. Who's stronger, Knuckles or Mighty? We'll never know. As we're going to navigate our way through the second part of the stage here, Hydrocity Act 2. Got to be careful because we want to try and make the top route here. If you fall down the bottom route, just restart the stage. It's not worth it. Bottom route is significantly longer, and you don't want to go that route at all if you can help it. As we're going to run our way through here, we got ourselves a wonderful hand there. Big boosty, big hand. As we run our way through, and we're going to do the lovely bounce there. A little bit too late on my jump, which is fine. And we're going to make the platform. Platform's gone. Got to wait for the cycle. No problem, because he's going to fire his missile, and we don't have to worry about it. We run our way up the top right here. There is exactly 53 rings between now and the checkpoint. So we're going to grab all 53 of them. And the reason for that is because you guessed it, we're going to transform ourselves into Super Mighty. I was about to say Supersonic there again. And the way this stage works is this stage expects you to go from the top left down to the bottom right, up to the top right, and then down to the bottom left, doing a kind of infinity route through the track. We're not going to do any of that. We're going to come down this big ramp here. We're going to stop. We're going to run our way up this side. We're then going to do just a nice big jump, run and jump over, and allow us to skip that entire section of the level. Because why not? I'm going to do it a second time as well, because this area has it twice. It was so nice, they put it in twice. And they allow us to do the skip twice too, which is amazing. So what we're doing there is we're just hitting the foreground, background layer triggers that allows the game to understand which parts of the level that we're at and which parts of the level we have completed. So at this point here, we're going to fall all the way down once again. But this time we're going to stop, we're going to spin dash, and we're going to jump straight through the ground. And that skips that part of the level as well, allowing us to head right to the boss. That's going to run our way through here. And we're going to go in, down, and round. And away we go. Straight into the boss fight. Now, this boss fight gives us a little bit of a tutorial. It tells us what we need to do. We are being pushed to the right-hand side. The boss is going to lay deadly traps for us, like these mines. We want to send the mines right back to him. When the mines blow up and hit him, he releases a bubble. But we are mighty. We're super mighty. We're going to use these spikes to our advantage because we can also hit the boss. That means that instead of waiting for really bad cycles and getting really unlucky with RNG, we can just hit them on any point in time and allows us to get in the Act 2. Now we're going to try and see if I can do a really good hit in this boss for Act 2. We're going to try and bounce off him here. So we got one hit there. Can we get the rest? 2, 3. Oh, no, we're too slow. So the washing machine is going to come out to play. Let's see if we can get some extra hits on the washing machine before it's time. Oh, we got the hits there. There we go. No washing machine for us. Big run jump. Hit it immediately. And Mighty does the flexing. Yeah. I see someone saying that, I see Das Leaf mentioning that Espio needs some love. I remember Espio. A 2D Espio game in Sonic Mania here would be great. Mania 2, bring out Espio. But we are coming up into Mirage Saloon. We got Tails, Knuckles, and... Sorry, no Tails. Sonic, Knuckles, and Espio? Mighty. And Mighty's just like, I don't know where Knuckles went. I don't know where he went. So this is an auto-scroller stage, and not much to say here other than I want to get 50 rings. So what we're going to be doing now is I'm just going to pass it over to the marathon organizers. If they've got anything they'd like to say, anything they'd like to plug, they've got a full stage to do it.
All right, let's go. All right, so during the run, we got a $10 donation from Nimputs, who says, Cat Boo. Thank you very much for that donation. And I'd like to take some time, whilst we're in the middle of the Sonic block, to let you know that we have an incentive coming up for Gordon Ramsay, the legend himself, to play as Silver during the Kingdom Valley stage of Sonic Project 06. That's coming up in about just over an hour. So if you want to see that, and I know you do, make sure to get your donations. We're currently about $30 away from that. In about 3 hours' time, we have our I Want to Be the Pendulum run. there is a penalty area showcase incentive for that. So if that's something you want to see, we're currently $25 away from that.
Very nice. Where are their donations going to as well? Let them know where...
Yeah, the donations are going towards Direct Relief for COVID-19, which is a humanitarian aid organization which is active in all 50 states and over 80 countries, and they have a mission to improve the health and lives of people affected by poverty or emergencies without regard to politics, religion, or ability to pay. So a great cause, definitely very relevant in the current global climate. So if that's something that you feel quite strongly about, definitely get your donations in to support Direct Relief.
Indeed, and thank you for all your donations so far as well.
Yeah, no, this has been SS4C's best year ever, and we're not even 24 hours deep into the marathon yet. So I know that we're gonna definitely smash our previous record by a significant margin. Our goal for the marathon was $500, and we hit that in under 12 hours of the marathon starting, and it's a 4-day event, so that was quite remarkable. But we're currently aiming to reach $1,000. We're just shy of 250 away from that at the moment. So if you want to help us get there and give money to charity whilst doing so, then definitely make sure to get your donations in. We read pretty much all of them.
Yeah, and what you just saw me do there with Mighty is we did a supersonic glitch, or rather a super Mighty glitch in this case, where we transformed into our super form, which confuses the game and doesn't know if it should have been on the foreground layer or the background layer. Because we were then on the background layer and the foreground layer, we hit the checkpoint, which then put us in the background, which then allowed us to get squished. That skipped the entire train section and then allowed us to kill the boss. Boss was alright. Boss was a bit meh, but hey-oh, we did it! Now, unfortunately, we are solo Mighty, which means we do not get the chance to do ice cream skip here. Feels bad. I should have added Ann Knuckles in here. But we're going to get to do Mirage Saloon here at 2. Very nice, very short, very quick zone. Very fun zone to play as well. And we're going to get super really, really quickly. And then we're going to run our way down. And we're actually going to get to see some more of Heavy Magician, which is a first. Normally, don't get to see Heavy Magician. Heavy Magician, we skip it. But Mighty, he can get some ice cream, but he can't skip with it because he's only a single character. If you have a partner character with you, ice cream skip is really interesting. You control them instead of your main character, and it allows you to hit the capsule without fighting the boss. As we run our way through, big up, big jump, big run all the way through at the top right here. And away we go. Big bounces all the way up, making sure we use the slant to try and navigate our way through some stuff, like these little areas. Big jump over onto the keyboards, and we run our way through. So because we can't do ice cream skip, we're going to go and say hi to this boss here. This boss still takes about 20 seconds, but it showcases characters that some people don't normally get to see. How you doing, Heavy Magician? Tip my hat to you as well, if I was wearing a hat. But they appear as a different character. Oh no. And then we're going to get a single hit on the boss, which is going to allow us to do another jump and then another jump for a second time. That gives us 3 hits on 1 cycle. We're going to get 3 cycles in total. Because what we're going to do is we're going to hit the other character, hit them once. And then once they go and transform again, break the illusion, hit them twice. They're going to disappear. And they're going to change into a 3rd illusion with Abracadabra. Alakazam. I changed into a character. Do you know who I am? Hit them twice there. That's the boss done. And this is going to allow us to go into Oil Ocean. So spin dash jump, slam on this stuff, and away we go. Once again, Mighty flexing. He be flexing. Yeah. I'm Mighty, he be flexing. So Oil Ocean is the next stage. Spin dash or run way through here, because what we're going to do is we're going to jump over. We're going to go and grab ourselves the big ring that is directly below this little section over here. Slam our way through straight away. Make sure I don't slam into the oil and die, because you don't want to do that. Grabbing ourselves the big ring, giving us 50 rings, running our way through, allowing us to jump all the way up here because of the increased jump height that Mighty has, and running all the way through. Lovely stage in Sonic 2, made even better in Sonic Mania here. And of course, we're going to just wait for these. We can actually take the top routes. Let's go for it. And ladies and gentlemen, I just wanna eat chili dogs. Can't say the rest on a marathon stream. And if you get that reference, then I love you forever. But what is that reference? As you spin dash to the boss, if you have any you tried emojis or you have the yellow star emoji, make sure you post it now, because this is Bob the Builder. Can he fix it? He could if we let him, but we didn't let him. So poor Bob. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. And Mighty going to be doing more flexing here. Here he comes. Mighty going to flex his way back. Yeah! Look at that big flex. But we've positioned Mighty in a specific spot here because this is the gimmick of Act 2, and we're just going to completely ignore it. You see the smog that's on the screen? This smog is meant to slowly come back on the screen and then start draining your rings. However, because we never hit the little pulley there, it never causes the smog to disappear and never starts the countdown timer. Because of that, the rings will never drain. This allows us to play through the stage without worry of losing any rings, and will allow us to transform into Super really, really quickly. The downside is the 1 second ring drain, 1 ring per second drain of the super characters doesn't stack with the smog here, which is a shame. I thought that would have been a neat little trick if it could do that. So now that we're Mighty, we're just going to run our way through the stage here. Going to jump over this section. Allows us to take the top route, even though we didn't go the top route. And we're still eating more chili dogs. Navigating our way through the stage here. Getting a nice big jump over the bounce, into the lava, straight through. And then we just jump and run our way through. There's the submarine, by the way. Don't want to go into any of the submarines. Submarines are slow and pointless, pretty much. They're really cool inside. There's an achievement in there if you want it. But in the speedrun, nah. As we head our way to the boss area. Fun fact about this boss, you can only get 7 of the 8 hits on the first cycle, no matter how good you are at the game. I know this, I tested it with frame advance. It doesn't work, it sucks. It has too much invincibility frames. If only we could do it in 1 cycle. But alas, we cannot. We gotta wait. Mighty's got no idea where the boss went. I don't know where he went. He was here a second ago. Come on, Mighty, what are you doing? He's like, what are you doing? Yep, he's bored now. And the boss pops up there, and the boss is gone. Boss is on fire as well. I can't believe I burned Robotnik. Oh god. I didn't mean to do that. As we run our way through now, Mighty is done. He's gonna yeet himself. Oh no, he decided not to yeet himself. I wonder if I can show that off actually. Do I have any other stages I can do that on? I don't think so, unfortunately. But if you use Mighty and you do it on the edge where he's gonna go off the platform, he'll just yeet himself at high speed. It's pretty dang funny. As coming to my favorite zone, it is the Lava Beef. Mr. Lava Reef Zone here. Nothing much in the way of glitches for any characters. It's the only stage we're going to go off the beaten track to grab some rings, because up here, there is a hefty amount of rings here. There are enough rings to get super pretty much immediately. Allows us to transform and just do the rest of the stage as super, which is amazing. So just going to run our way through here, all the way through. Don't have to worry about anything. So again, another perfect time for donations or anything else you might want to say about the marathon.
Yeah, well, we haven't had any donations come in since last time, but now could be a good time to remind people about some of our other bid wars that we've got coming up later in the marathon. For example, Octopath Traveler this evening. We have a bid war going on for what language the voices will be in. Currently, Japanese is far in the lead with $21.36 to English is $1. So if you'd rather see English voices for the Octopath Traveler run, get your donations in for that one. And again, just a reminder, there's really not much time left for that Sonic Project 06 incentive. So if you want to see Gordon Ramsay playing as Silver during Kingdom Valley, definitely get some donations in for that one.
I can't believe Gordon Ramsay's actually going to be playing at the SpeedStuff4Charity. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm a bit concerned about the strong language front of things, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
It balances out me. I try and be PG. They've got to get the swearing count up a little bit. All things perfectly balanced. But yeah, Lava Reef here, it's a really good tune. It's a lot of fun. Nothing really that we have to worry about while we're playing through it. It's a really smooth stage for all characters. That all characters take the same route, all characters do the same stuff. It's a lot of fun. And then we get the boss fight here. It's not really as fun. Because we're invincible, it's invincible, at least until we hit it with fire 2 times. Once we hit it with fire 2 times, this middle section will become vulnerable, allowing us to kill the boss. But what we're going to be doing afterwards is we're going to be trying to do a really cool trick here. We're going to do a visual glitch. So once this stage ends, you'll notice that the lava turns off. The lava solidifies, it hardens, lava's not here anymore. And because of that, well, the lava doesn't hurt us anymore, and we're going into Act 2. When we go into Act 2, the screen transition fades to black. It turns the lights off. I'm going to interrupt that, and then you're going to get this really cool effect. So watch this. Watch this. So as the level transitions, it gets darker and darker and darker. And then as it's dark, I skip the rest of the transition. And we get this really amazing effect in Lava Reef Act 2 here, where the lights are off and nobody's home. We get this amazing crystal effect front and center now. These crystals are always changing color, but but we've darkened the actual overall level layout itself. You can't see anything, and it's absolutely amazing, and I love it. And this is where we're going to do the second instance of clipping. We're going to use Super to clip into that box that is going to push us into the wall. And we're going to do that right now. So we're going to jump, we transform, we get pushed into the wall, and this allows us to jump to the top route, even though we're not supposed to be in the top route because we opted for the bottom route to get the big ring. This allows us to now run through and navigate the rest of the stage, saving about 30 seconds. And again, you just get a look at this majestic crystal effect, honestly. So good. Absolutely majestic effect. I love it to bits, especially the purple. I'm a big fan of purple. As we slam our way through, running our way down, and just navigating our way through the stage. Of course, this does make the stage harder to play because you can't see the ground that you're standing on. Like that, I accidentally hammer dropped because I wasn't on the platform fully. So I accidentally bounced myself off the ledge there. But you get the rough idea of where you're going, and you would only do this once you actually know how the stage works. But it looks so good. It's beautiful. It's so fun. And then, unfortunately, as we transition into the boss area, there goes the boss. There goes the effect. The effect is now back up. And we're getting to the boss. So we got Heavy Rider and Jimmy the Motobug here. We're going to try and get 4 hits on the boss as they come in from the left-hand side here. And then we're going to try and get 4 hits as they move back to the right. Making it a nice, easy boss fight. The boss is gone. Jimmy runs away. Bye, Jimmy. And that's the boss fight. All complete. And now I got one question for you all as we head to Metallic Madness. Ladies and gentlemen, is this anime? So quick things to know about Metallic Madness here before we sing along to the song. If you fall down the bottom route, restart. It ain't worth it, honestly. Just go the bottom route. Second thing you need to know about the stage, there is the foreground background gimmick that was originally in Sonic CD. We will be using that towards the end of the stage. And here we get to use Mighty's little effect there where he doesn't lose his rings and gets to do like a mini damage boost without actually taking damage, which is pretty damn cool. As we run our way through, and this is anime. What's that, Arg? This is anime. And we didn't fall down the bottom right there, so we are safe now. Navigating our way through the rest of the stage, going to grab as many rings as we can. Grabbing there, the rings. That is the foreground background layer switcher. We ain't going to do any of that. I ain't going to grab any of these pistons either, because I don't want to get crushed by them. And run our way through to the wonderful trumpet going, this is anime. But it's anime. Hitting the red spring there, but that's alright because we don't have to worry about it. Hitting all the springs, apparently. Let's hit the one we do want to hit, which is the red spring that bounces it up the top. Also, for those of you that haven't played Sonic games before, red springs give you a big boost, yellow springs give you a mini boost. Which one you hit depends on which ones the developers placed and where. In the background now, in the foreground now. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, surprise, Sonic 1 boss. It's the final boss from Sonic 1. Mr. Eggman is in a piston. Find the piston, hit him 4 times. He'll pick a different piston, and then he'll go into his desperation phase. Once again, don't have to worry about hitting any of the little light balls there because the light balls are, well, we're super. So they are super useless. But we're just waiting to see which pillar he is in. Once he's in that pillar, this allows us to navigate our way through the stage. And we get to have a lot of fun with it. Mighty, don't you look at me like that. Making sure we don't get squished. 4 hits complete. He now goes into his desperation phase where he will appear in every 4th pillar. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 5th pillar's where he's hiding now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Jumps their way in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Final hit. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's the boss done. So we are going to spin dash our way through here, running our way in, making sure we slow down just at the end so we don't send the signpost flying like we did in Studiopolis there. Flex! Yeah, flexing! Flexing on all the levels here as we come into Metallic Madness Act 2, and we're going to get to see the greatest character in all of Sonic history. It's Chibi Mighty, as the shrink ray is still in effect in this stage. As we run our way through, big run, big jump, navigating our way through, going to grab 50 rings. And we will actually get to hear the super theme at least once. Because if you transform while you're in chibi form, look how cute he is! Ah! Cute Chibi Mighty there, running his way through. And we're going to grab 50 rings on the giant circle part here. And now we get the really cool super theme. Small Mighty, as he runs his way. Chibi Mighty, running his way through the levels here. He knows what he needs to do. And we get to make the cycles here quite easily. We're trying to make an overall 58-second cycle for the platform at the end. We'll see if we can pull it off. So far, we're doing pretty dang well, if I'll be honest. Pretty dang well. As we spin dash, we run, we jump, and away we go. Big jump up the top there. We might just miss this. Let's see if we can pull it off here. 56, 57, 58, and the slam down gets us through. Small Mighty prevails. Runs their way through. To the gacha boss we go. The question is, are you feeling lucky? And he really is small but mighty, isn't he? Literally, it's small but mighty. So now we got all these bosses coming out here, and we're just going to make sure we hit the bosses as they come out. This allows us to kill the bosses super quickly, as we need to kill all the Sonic 1 bosses, all the Sonic 2 bosses, and the Amy dolls before the boss man will come back down. But that is alright, because we got them all. He's going to come all the way through, and we're going to just jump up and dunk his noggin, and he's going to come out here. How you doing? Run away from the small mighty. The mightiest of all beans. As he runs his way through, and now I get one more, so let me do it. Yeah! You see him just pushing himself off. He's just like, and I fall off and I leg it. So I gotta do it once more. Gotta do it once more there. As we come into Titanic Monarch Act 2, the final new stage of Sonic Mania, at least in this run. There is one more. It is Egg Reverie. However, Egg Reverie is only playable by Sonic, Sonic and Tails, or Knuckles and Knuckles. No other character gets to play it. So it's basically a Sonic exclusive stage. And but this stage is our final 2 stages here, and we get to have a lot of fun with it. This to me is a perfect final level. It has a really amazing soundtrack. The level layout is fairly large, it's fairly long. It puts a lot of traps in that in your way, just to basically prove that you know what you're doing, and just put everything that you've learned throughout the game to good use. And I love it to bits. Mighty doesn't like being a crash test dummy though. So we jump our way out here and spin dash our way across. And we're going to transform in the gravity room. But before we transform, we're going to use our transformation as a safety net in case I whiff the gravity room here. But let's see what we can do. As we go our way through and we navigate our way up into the gravity room, we launch ourselves off the orb. Can we get up here? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Up the top and transform we go. As we jump our way through. Running in, and wonky camera begins. Will we get wonky camera for the full session of this level? Let's find out. As I stop, I charge a spin dash and we jump. And we've got wonky camera here. And wonky camera all the way up. Arg is now playing this section blindfolded until we finally get caught up with the camera there. Wonky camera, no idea why it happens. It just does. It's pretty funny. But you can be crushed by these spikes if you're not careful. Thankfully, we didn't get crushed, which is fine. And we are A-okay. So into the little secret passageway here, running our way through. Once again, the lightning shield has an extra added property in this stage. Those lightning arcs that you see, if you have a lightning shield and you get caught by them, they will drag you to wherever they're going. Are they going up? Are they going down? They will take you where they want to go. As we're going to run our way through up to the end of the stage now. Last set of gravity orbs with a couple of springs. As we go up, 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 and away. And we're going to go and fight Crimson Eye. Those of us that have played Sonic 3 and Knuckles will remember this boss. How annoying this boss is. But 1, we are super. And 2, I gotta make sure I don't Mighty Slam here. If I Mighty Slam, especially in this act, or this phase of the boss where he's controlling gravity, it kind of crashes the video game. So I don't want to Mighty Slam. I don't know if it's been patched. I ain't testing it to find out. But it's a lot of fun. But we're coming into our final stage now. One last flex. Mighty Flex. Go on, Mighty. Mighty Flex. So he is now done. There will be no more flexing for us, except from on the final boss here. But we are going to go our way through. This area is split up into 5 different zones. We've got this main starting zone, and then we've got the 4 individual routes that we need to take through. We are going to attempt to do them as quickly as we can, starting with the bottom left, and that is because the bottom left contains a lightning shield if you go the secret exit. So we're going to jump, we're going to slam our way down the bottom there. Again, using Mighty Slam to our full advantage. Any downward movement, and Mighty excels at it. Very, very good. I'm going to run our way through here, making sure we get on this section. I ain't going to try the wall run with Mighty, because we're just going to go it up to the platform, spin dash our way through, making sure we land in the car to grab the final remaining set of rings here. I'm going to see what our piston cycle is at. Good piston cycle. Probably going to get clipped in it. Nah, we didn't, but that's fine. So we're just going to grab that there. Unfortunately, missing the cycle due to the transformation there, but that's all right. It only loses us about 3 seconds. And now what we're going to do is going to take the right-hand exit here to the secret exit of the path, which will allow us to grab a lightning shield. And the lightning shield plus the super characters, as you all know, very OP, very good, very powerful. and we're going to use it to carry Super all the way through to the final boss. But here comes the deadliest part of the video game. It's the deadly pistons here. They're deadly because if you're in between them as they pass each other, you get squished. If you are half on the right one and you're at the wall, you will get squished. And you don't want to get squished by the pistons. The pistons are terrible. No, like the pistons. The pistons always put the fear in me here. Little shortcut here. Jump onto the spikes. Away we go. Because you're invincible, you can do these really cool little shortcuts. Running our way down here, not getting caught by the lightning. Allowing us to run our way through. Big slam down. Onto another crash test dummy site. Running our way through. And we got a big jump. Slam our way down into the second last area. The second last area at the top right here is a vertically based area. We got to go down to go up and then up to get to the end. So we're going to wait down these pistons. Once again, make sure we don't get squished by them. We're going to run our way through to the next area, and this is where we're going to use the gravity orbs once again. So 1, 2, and 3, and up we go. On to the next session. We'll see if we can do it in 3. So we're going to get launched up here. That is 1. Going to get launched up here, and that is 2. Going to get launched up in 3, and away we go. I might just got one last bit of swag for us here. Mr. Mighty going to run on the ceiling. Swag. Running on the ceiling because he does. Big jumps up here, and away we go. And now, because we're coming up to the final boss here, we're invincible. The final boss is invincible until he lowers his shield. So we get to play a really fun mini game here. When you hit the boss's shield, it makes a really funny doing noise. And I like to see how many bounces we can get off the boss. So, give me a number between 40 and 60. How many donks off the boss will we manage to get with Mighty today? Who will get the right answer? Let's go through. Who's going to get it? So again, boss has 4 tentacles. 4 hits will destroy the tentacles, but we can't hit the boss until the shield drops down. We're going to hit the boss. Let's see how many bounces we can get. We are at 17 on phase 1, and there goes the tentacle. We're at 27 in phase 2. We're at 31 as we get taken by the hands into the heavy gunner room. Heavy gunner here going to fire a whole bunch of missiles. Ours going to try and time a jump to despawn some of the missiles in the ceiling and then take out as many of these as we can. So we're going to navigate our way through here. We're at 31. We're at 40 at the end of phase 3. One more phase to go. Time is coming up. And that is time, and that was 53 hits, if I counted myself correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Sonic Mania Mighty Speedrun, completed with all the emeralds, and completed in
57 minutes, 8 seconds.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all there.
That was brilliant. That was absolutely one of my favorite runs I've watched so far. That was brilliant.
Thank you very much. And this is only the beginning of the Sonic block. We have still got plenty more Sonic to come in the marathon. But that is it for me. I hope you've all enjoyed the run here. If you aren't already, please do come follow me over at twitch.tv/Argick. I do a lot of speedruns. I do a lot of Sonic speedruns. I like to be kind of just the Sonic guy. Come over, have a good time, witness me learning speedruns, adding this really cool commentary style to it, and just having a general good time. But for now, that's it for me. And coming up next, we got Focus Site with Sonic 06. So, Focus, if you're here, buddy, good luck in the run. You're going to nail it.